give him a minute to hop back in there. So, Ed the Duck, are you going to start streaming again? Or start streaming DD2 again, I should say? Thank you very much. Appreciate the host. It'll definitely be, you know, I mean, there's a lot of small DD2 streamers now. But it'll definitely be good to get more people playing it, get it a little more visibility and all that good stuff. Thanks for subscribing there, AQ. Yeah, my proton charge is over 400k, I think. I don't think it's much.
I mean, once you hit 400k, do you really need much more?
Right. Absolutely. I mean,
once you
everything...
spend 420 DU surrounding a dummy with cannonball towers, do you really need any more? Are you seeing this over here at the dummies?
Let me see. Oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
There we go. Oh, it's screwed now.
You got him, buddy.
Antonius, thanks for subscribing. It's funny, in all that, that tower's only showing 20,000 damage per second. Crazy. I never understood the, now, if you know somebody, obviously that's different, or if you played for somebody before, but I've never really understood the whole random invites in the town area. Where people just start inviting you to party, and chain inviting and everything else.
It's people who are just looking to get carried. They see someone with high eye power, and they're like, instant invite.
Yeah. I mean, I don't use storm gloves on this character, but I'm using the boots for the speed. But I haven't.
I can't DPS at them.
Yeah, it's
Storm
just
boots.
such a must-have, just about. Stat builds for Monk. Throw it all into defense power. Call it good. I'll let you look at my. Here's my Serenity Aura Monk. Let's see. What do we got? I actually, on my Serenity Aura Monk, I actually go. I go range. I max out defense power and I put the rest into defense health. But all I do with this monk is lay down Serenity Auras. So my thought process there will be changing with the old monk here pretty soon. PCT can't get back in. Who joined us? Samundra joined us. Wrecked.
I'm sorry, I thought we were getting carried.
Yeah, what the hell?
I want my carry, and I want it now.
Damn right. So if, I'm anxious to test with a group of 4 how fast we could actually do Demon's Lair. I don't want to do it on stream. That way we can actually focus on the time, but I'm wondering how quick we could get it down to.
If we were to do a Demon Lair, like, group build?
Yeah, all 4 of us.
Dude, you can speed build Demon Lair with 2. Trees and bees, man.
Yeah,
Trees and
true.
bees. 4 people doing trees and bees.
Well, I'm just
as long as
thinking,
it's all set up.
I'm thinking the additional, it would shave 10 seconds or whatever. You know, it wouldn't be significant, but if trying to, like, go for the record.
Honestly, if you had one person place trees and then the other 3 do bees in 1 lane each, you can do that map really fast. And then you have a DPS in your deck, 2 people on Gun Witch, or 3 on Gun Witch, and then 1 on Monk or something, or whoever wants the DPS Monk. But you freeze, shatter, 1 tree, 3 people being. I imagine you could do that faster than you ever could.
Yeah, definitely.
Because you don't need to upgrade anything, right? It's 4 defenses for 1 person and 6 for the rest.
Yeah. Well, thanks for subscribing there, Brendan. And I appreciate it, AQ. Oop, I guess I'm not used to dumping the mana. I don't take friends on Steam there, AQ. The only people I add to my friends list are people I know in real life or people I play with daily. Sorry, man. Other people have ruined it for you.
I've had a couple of people add me recently as well. If you guys are watching, it's not because I'm trying to be a jerk. It's just friends lists have limits, and I gotta be reasonable with it. If I can't add everyone, so I won't add too many unless they're regular people I play with. But there's always ways to play with me when I play, through Steam groups and discussion through the Discord.
Absolutely. The Wailing Glaive drops on the Maldonis incursion there. I raise. And it's also a incredibly fun map. I'm just biased. I just like that map. I don't know. It's just the Temple of the Necrotic. Before, of course, the incursion was only originally there just for the one little Halloween event, and then the regular defense mode style map stayed. But man, I just had so much luck on that map when set item power 700 was the cap. That map was good to me.
I'm really glad they just left it in.
Yeah.
This time.
Definitely. The Blasian, the Monk is getting changed pretty significantly. So the Serenity Aura is becoming the Boost Aura, and the Boost Aura is becoming the Lightning Aura, but it's not going to be Lightning, it's going to be Flame. But it's going to have the same attack speed model and everything.
It's so confusing to say because of all like the little things that got like mixed. It's like they shifted it right for half of it, and then the other half of it they shifted left.
Yep.
I think at this point I might just get to the point where I'll just say what he has. He's got a Flame Aura that's like a Lightning Aura, but Flames. He got a Lightning Strike Aura, a Boost Aura, and a Skyguard. With the Boost Aura, I can do Serenity stuff. Should you shard it that way?
Yep.
And I'll be sharded.
That's the other interesting thing, is there's going to be a lot of ways to customize your favorite defenses. So, I mean, my favorite defense, without question, is cannonballs. I love them. Now, the thought of the machine gun cannonballs, obviously, it sends me into an uproar. But for people whose favorite defenses are other things, and right now that may not be the strongest thing in the game, there's going to be ways to customize it and change that where you can make it viable, and that's going to be awesome. No, ascension points you earn. It's a way to keep leveling after you get level 50. So if you're familiar with like the Diablo 3 play model with shit, I forgot what they call them.
Paragon levels.
Paragon levels, yeah. There's definitely it definitely adds massive amounts of replayability. There's no doubt about it. This is an interesting build. Got some cannons.
For sure.
Got some anti-air. Relying on the protons to put some work in. But you get the shatter combo, That's awesome.
Is it weird that I don't have a favorite defense as Partech? No, I think I'm with you on that. I don't have a favorite one either.
Mine, I think,
I have a favorite
is,
combos of defenses though.
Yeah. I'm definitely, the reason I say cannonball, I start off partially biased just because I really loved those, the bowling ball turret in the original Dungeon Defenders. I used that thing everywhere I could. I wanted to see bouncing balls. But
you're all about them balls, aren't you?
But so I came into the game pretty biased, and then when I first got to the what was end game then, the 25++, the cannons were so viable because of the cannonball stun, and I used them I mean, it was all about Cannonball Stun and Frosty Towers for me back then, and I could just steamroll the 25++ stuff. And I don't know, I like cannons. And then Ed just mentioned the harpoons. I mean, the harpoons are obviously the harpoons. They're a huge fan favorite.
Just as a carryover from the first game, you know, they're so fun. I actually, I look forward to using those as well now. Coming updates, you know, getting speed on them and things. Like a primary, like the idea of putting like a primary defense speed and using them as like a big long-range oil target, and then you stick a bunch of like of the new flamethrower, the flame auras, and you get good ignites and stuff. You know,
Hell yeah.
not just, you know, or you know, defense power and defense speed, and you get your maybe something that was similar to the first game. Obviously, it won't be at to the same ridiculous levels you could get at the end, right? But hopefully, we get like a satisfying amount.
Oh, I'm sure there will be. The amount of different build flavors and combinations is going to be pretty good. You know, of course, there'll end up being some sort of there always is going to be a flavor of the month, but I think there will hopefully be more options for that. You just need to get some Nightmare 4 gear there, AQ. I mean, it's pretty easy to get to 80,000 damage per second on a Huntress. Just get any random 4 per second bow and throw charged primary on it, and you're pretty much there. Lightning and fire aura with damage and attack speed. Hell yeah!
Absolutely.
You know, especially if you compare it to Dungeon Defenders, and then of course Dungeon Defenders Eternity was, you know, a Dungeon Defenders redo. But if you compare it to both of those, defense speed has always been a huge part of the game. You know. So I think it's going to play a major role again. And then people, I mean, one thing Trendy knows is that, you know, especially from the original games, is if something shoots fast, it's more fun. I mean, it just is, you know? You either want a lot of stuff flying through the air, or you want something that hits like a train rolling in. I'm excited about the update there, Tim.
I should really upgrade something, shouldn't I?
Yeah, might as well.
Where's that cannonball? I like this build. This is fun.
Yeah, definitely.
If this works, I'm gonna steal it.
That'll work. The proton's adding so much CC in there.
Oh yeah,
And we
for
got
sure.
So much distance to kill the siege rollers, gives us plenty of time.
Where's the big land? Let me be smart with this last upgrade. There you go. Doing my part.
What's going on there, OWM? Oops, ran the wrong way. I turtle built this map. Shit, probably the first 100 times I did it. That's how I did it.
Yeah, before when I really first started doing this map was back when you know, you could get the boost or the buff beam like speed boost with the ghosts.
Yeah.
So I started playing this map a lot then because it was super AFKable with 750 loot. But before that, I would turtle build it.
Yeah.
It just made sense to, you know, because you could do so much by keeping things together.
I tell you, I did this so many times as a turtle build. I felt like a real dumbass when I finally tried a spawn camp build and saw how easy it was. Because I mean, I was doing like 40-minute runs on this thing, you know, and a lot of times, not just like once or twice. Right.
We destroyed that guy.
Dang, I didn't even
Gun witches unite.
I didn't get my number 6 going in time. That was all you guys.
No.
I didn't even get my Dragon Lich off in time. Join the Steam group there, AQ. There's somebody that'd be willing to help you. I mean, I'm not gonna, you're more than welcome to play with me anytime you see me in Steam group chat. Just feel free to join on me, but like I'm not gonna set time out of my day to make sure you get stuff. Sorry. But yeah, that's just not gonna happen. But if you join the Steam group, there's 1,200 people. So, I mean, there's people doing stuff constantly.
Well, I missed it. Were they looking for, like, people to play with to get gear or something?
Yeah, he's looking for just a straight up, will you get me this, this, and this?
No. There's always people playing in your Steam group, and even the Discord has, matchmaking things.
Right.
Try to look around in there and see if there's people we want to play with, but
just
asking people to, exactly, ask around the tavern, be friendly. But going in looking for people to get you things, I think, is maybe the wrong way to go about it, right?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't just open up right out of the gates, hey, will somebody get me a Toxic Shock Bow? I would go with, hey, I'm in Nightmare 4. Can anybody help me out?
Exactly.
But I mean, there's plenty of helpful people out there for sure. DD2 has got, a lot of the really trolly people stick to the forums. I hear stories of people getting like booted in last waves when they built and stuff like that. Oops. But I mean, I've never had that happen or seen that happen in a public game. I'm sure it happens. There's always some trolls out there, I saved that kind of trolling for TF2.
Wow. The truth comes out.
I don't even think they have those in TF2 anymore, but they used to have these achievement servers where people would go in and there'd just be like a line of bots constantly respawning, and they would just kill them over and over and over and over again. And we would go in there and join the bot side, and just like set up with an engineer or something and completely just destroy them. And rather than leave, they would stay there and just really, really cry about it. We got a little miscommunication on our Spectral Knights here.
Oh, by me and you are being really lazy, and though we're being carried, we're not cleansing?
I'm down here, but was changing to red, and then I got around to the other side. And...
Oh, that's what you mean miscommunication, because I've been the biggest mooch this map and not doing anything cleansing. Well, I was kind of hoping you were like me.
Somebody's got to stay up there and shoot at that Spectral Knight,
That's right. Hey, I am here to drop tornadoes in lanes, whether it's helpful or not.
Oh, it's helpful. Can't call it the Lagnado anymore.
Oh.
It's all good there, AQ.
I love calling it Drenchnado now.
Drenchnado?
Get the spear.
Hell
Drenchnado.
Yeah. That's pretty
the enemies, slow them. It's really made me interested in building lightning auras recently. That and the fact that like you can be cheeky with them and get around rollers with them with smart placement.
Yeah.
So you do that, and it's kind of like you feel really clever for something that isn't really clever, but you feel clever for doing it. And then I get to branch enemies inside them, get my own altitude combos. It's actually kind of fun.
Heck yeah. Yeah, I mean, even a Toxic's... Alright, Ed, have a good night, man. Thanks for coming by the stream. Good to see you back looking at some DD2, man. Wanna see you streaming again. You're streaming DD2 again. I know you still stream.
We need more streamers?
The more the merrier. I looked at
more
it,
content.
I'm sure the numbers are going to spike again when the update comes, but we just need more population in this game, really. But yeah, AQ, like Tim mentioned there, Toxic Shock is so OP, even a Nightmare 3 bow will work. So, I mean, if that's where you have to start.
Oh yeah, for sure. Honestly, like, if you had full Nightmare 4 gear except for the bow, and that wasn't Nightmare 1, with just the right passes on it, you'd probably be able to do all the content anyways.
Yeah.
Because the defense power you lose from the stats isn't nearly as much as like what you gain from the passive.
Oh yeah. No
I'm
question.
sure you could do it.
I'm
not so interested to try it myself though.
It's so funny. I got really lucky on my toxic shock bow, and when it happened, it actually really pissed me off because I had a little spell where I DPS'd with a toxic shock bow. I just found like the perfect stat or the perfect passive DPS toxic shock bow, you know, when they dropped, and then when they got re-rolled, I was all pissed, and then of course, then I didn't know the power of the PDT. I'm thinking, what the hell? This used to be my awesome DPS bow, and now it's a POS. But it actually turned into being a pretty darn good toxic shock bow. Thanks for following there, Spaz.
I actually kind of like the shot pattern of it.
I tell you, it's really, really effective versus flyers. You know, when you could get a DPS version of it, a 4 per second one. I mean, flyers were like nothing. Just spray down the flyer lane and they all disappear. Yeah, chrome enemies is where you get it. But remember, all that's changing here. So,
you know what's exciting though? In this new patch, you'll be able to use it as a DPS bow again.
yeah, hell yeah.
I think, right? Like, that's another thing where secondary stat's going to become a hero stat. So
Well, that's all it will be.
presumably we can just use it. Oh yeah. And it's a 4 shot per second one too, right? Or it can be.
Well, it's going to get re-rolled because it's got. Or no, it already.
Well,
or yeah, it's going to get re-rolled because it has defense stats on it.
Does
so.
it get re-rolled, or does it just get that stat re-rolled? Right? Like, I don't think the whole bow would re-roll.
I don't know. They didn't.
I mean, it does depend on how they do it.
Yeah, they used the word re-roll, but they didn't go into. They didn't really give any clarity on that.
Alright, so what Juice is trying to tell you guys in the stream is that we all need to start farming toxic shock bows so we can have good ones as DPS bows.
It's an awesome bow. I mean, like you said, that shot pattern. And if you get the 4 per second one, the charged well, that'll be gone, or that'll be something different. But like charged primary, procs like crap. I mean, it's constantly just proc.
I'm wondering, will we be able to get that? Like, I'm sure that'll be a shard now. Could we get that on apprentice weapons?
You would think.
No? Right? That'd be interesting.
How cool would that be?
I think that'd be pretty cool.
That would
I also
be
like
awesome.
it. I'm just thinking of it now. You know the Armageddon passive, the Weaver one.
Yeah.
Getting that onto a weapon that makes sense as an AP, AP apprentice weapon. Because like, well, I don't know. I mean, maybe people will use Armageddon with ability power, but I always look at that as like you want to be spamming M1 all the time. What do I know though? I wasn't around when people were using Armageddon all the time.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, Armageddon used to be the stuff for sure, but when the lane resistances went away, that changed all that for the most part. It's still a good effective bow versus like the Harbinger. That's a bug, Tim. Those pets don't actually give you both stats. It's just visual. You'll actually hurt yourself by using it. The pets that rolled with 2 of the same stat.
Yeah.
You'll only get 1, and I don't even know if it's guaranteed the highest one every time. So people will use them thinking they have something special, but it's actually just a glitched pet that's actually hurting you to use.
Can we roll that now? I've never looked for it, but I don't know if you can roll into that anymore. Can you?
I don't think so.
You probably can. I don't know.
I'll have to try. I'll try it out.
I've re-rolled. Yeah, I might just take one of my way too many reroll boxes and test it out.
Yeah.
And at least if nothing else, it frees up inventory.
Absolutely.
Roll it, 10, 20 times and see if you can get the same second stat.
Definitely be interesting to try out, but yeah, it's not. I mean, that was the old bug. What do we got? Green and purple. Looks like green's getting handled.
Oh yeah, that thing I'm still not doing. Cleansing.
It's all good.
Well, someone needs DPS, right?
We got 2 cleansers down here. Oh. He took the close one. You're gonna make me run all the way upstairs?
Oh no! I'm good.
Man, I'm
Those
just
rockets
too
almost killing
slow on my number 6. I'm so not used to doing it. I'm finally getting you know, the book drop, the pet, and I get the number 6 going. And right before it starts doing damage, it dies. Yeah, I don't think there's many people like that, Tim. I mean, obviously right now it's easier to get gear than it ever has been in this game. Even just starting fresh, you can be in Nightmare 4 by the end of the first day if you got friends, you know? Or if you're willing to just straight up leech. I'm sure that, I mean, that's, you know, that's part of the point of the difficulty changes, I think, is to actually make a in-game that has the challenge. That's the whole point of the whole update. Yeah, and of course they branched that out into a bazillion different things, but like when before they had all this going and they had the map listed out of what they want to work on next, in-game was in this slot to come next, you know. So it's what started it. We're just getting a lot of changes and bonus stuff out of the deal.
It seems like it's kind of like, well, if this thing's changing, then you might as well change this, and if these things are changing, well, then this has to change with them. And next thing you know, you're just getting like the whole game changing along with like the initial idea.
You get the big chain reaction. Oh yeah.
Maybe they were thinking, you know, we want chaos mode, but if we do chaos mode, we gotta give different tools, and then it rolls from there. You know.
Yeah. Troy, you should ask in the Steam group. I mean, the people in the Steam group are playing right now. The people watching the stream, most of them aren't playing. They're watching the stream. So you'd probably be better off if you asked in the Steam group, if there's anybody. Or on Discord, you know. Oh, fine. I'll upgrade something, too. Let's see. How about a Skyguard? Sounds fair. What do we got? We got nothing tough here. This map.
I mean, relative to us, is anything tough?
This is true. Well, I'm just saying, Troy. I mean, by all means, you don't have to join any of the Steam groups, but it's like going to a pizza restaurant and asking if anybody wants a burger, you know?
I mean, burger pizza, come on, guys.
I'll take both, please.
What I really want is to make a burger, but instead of buns, I just have 2 slices of pizza. And if I can't get that, then is that really a burger joint? Or a pizza joint?
Well, you got a point.
Right? It is the ultimate pizza burger.
Hell yeah. So, Omni, you want to get loaded up and,
Are we drinking now? Oh, you meant loading the game. Ah.
Yeah, he wants to do some builds for us. He's probably got some interesting ones, I'm sure. Oh, I got loaded.
Get wrecked. Whew. I was reading chat, but I'm pretty sure my stream watched it happen. And if they're multi-twitching, they got both views. Is that amazing, huh? Yeah.
Hell yeah. Oh, I know there's pizza burgers, but I bet burger pizzas are a lot more popular. Or a lot more common, I should say. Oh my god. I gotta remember that I don't have to run all the way up to somebody to throw the drenched NATO on them. I can do that from a distance.
That's right.
Maybe I won't get punched in the face so often then.
Whew. Got scared there for a sec. We had a bit of lag. But no, I've been getting DC'd from this map quite regularly since the latest patch.
A lot of people are saying
And it
that.
seems the only... Yeah, it seems the common factor each time, when I do it at least, is Mystic, actually. Mystic defenses. I haven't looked into it myself,
that's the same thing
but...
that I've heard other people saying, so there must be something,
Yeah.
some kind of bug there.
I also remember, like, playing this map when the Mystic came out, and also getting DC things happening as well. Not as frequently, though.
Is it the walls, or is it the Vipers?
I don't know. I'm not sure. Someone smarter than me should go and check that out. Actually, I think someone has. The person who talked to me about it was a guy who I know is really into reporting bugs and stuff, so I'm sure at this point he's probably looked into it a lot. I just haven't gotten the update on it.
It's a Mega Shark on me. I'm just trying to run up and smack him in the face with a fish, you know? I mean, what's wrong with
Slap
that?
him with a fish. Where's our fish sword for the, fish sword, good job, mate. For the, Squire. You know, I want to slap enemies with big old fish.
Damn right.
So I think you can get that in Castle Crashers. Which, as I keep saying, would be the best crossover ever, but...
That would be good.
That was...
Nah, this is my, this is, the very, very creatively named Witch 2. My poor gun witches. Only the first one gets a name. After that, it was Witch 2 and Witch 3. So yeah, this isn't the normal one I use. That and I like the Mega Shark, and it's actually very effective on AP gun witches, of course.
Man, I've been using the AP Witch for a couple weeks now, but I keep like not being able to find crit chance to use that sphere. So I'm like, man, I wish my cooldowns to reduce while I'm firing into enemies.
Well,
Never critting.
That's the beauty of the Mega Shark, though, with that 8/2, is like my crit chance is lower than I'd like it to be on this hero. I don't even know what it is. Let me look.
Yeah, I mean, I was rocking base until 2 days ago.
Yeah, I'm
So,
at 22% crit.
it was happening,
That's it.
just...
So I mean,
It's happening, just not nearly as much as I'd like.
yeah, I'm 20% under the cap. Well, that and you got eight chances a second to proc something that can only proc once a second. So I mean, you still got a pretty good chance of making it happen.
Oh, yeah.
We got some siege action.
Yeah, even with your base crit, it's still pretty good.
Yeah, I mean the gun witch
You guys
stops off
like-
vanilla with like what, 10% is it?
I think the base is 10, yeah. Most heroes is 3. I think
Yeah.
she's 10. So, worst case, you find yourself, you know, a little slower than your friend next door.
Omni
Because
says,
your friend next door obviously gun witches too, right?
Omni, I'm streaming to Twitch and YouTube right now, and Omni says it's about 2 seconds faster on YouTube. But that depends on, I mean, 2 seconds, that could depend on your latency between the Twitch server and the YouTube server or whatever.
Yeah, there's a lot of different factors, and 2 seconds isn't a big deal. I can't imagine, other than for, you know, checking these kinds of things, you'd be watching both.
Yeah.
But hey, maybe you would. I don't know.
Paranoia, it's definitely a fun weapon for the EV2, the celebration, and I personally went with the big boy passive on mine. But I mean, whatever you like to play most on the gun witch, go that flavor. But I mean, big boy's pretty beast. Well, yeah, but it might not be your connection on me or just their server speed. You know, I mean, if the load is less on, well, you figure YouTube's server setup is probably a little bit more developed than Twitch, just because of all the video hosting. But it depends on, you know, there's a lot of other factors other than your connection. Or like you said, yeah, the hardware. What we got hitting the... I don't see nothing over here.
It might have been one of those last attempt siege roller rockets they sometimes like to do.
Yeah, dying effort.
I don't think I've ever seen that happen on this map. I know it happens on Throne Room pretty regularly.
Yeah.
in a couple lanes. The I think Dead Road did it too, actually, when we played that, didn't it?
Probably.
All right, that's your job, Juicy Nation. Go back to the VOD from last week and check if we had. No, I'm kidding.
Somebody will do it, I bet. Omni's loading up now, so he'll get him to build a couple for us.
Hey, Omni. Hey, Omni. Are you gonna use Flame Burst?
Flame Burst would be fun. Omni likes
He's been on a,
he likes
or
his
at least he
Earth
was on
Shatters.
a Flame Burst kick for a while.
Yeah, he likes his Flame Burst, he likes his Earth Shatters. He likes to get all magey. Wrecking it up here. 99 bads to go.
99 enemies in a roller aim one.
So did you by chance watch episode 1 of my Subnautica series?
Oh, I didn't know it was out.
Well, I just put it out earlier. You'll be amazed at the
I was
luck,
a little
man.
busy earlier.
Just so lucky on the starting.
Am I gonna be? I'm gonna be mad jealous at you, aren't I?
It's like you pop out of your initial life capsule and everything you need to do your first several hours of gameplay is all sitting there right in front of you. I mean, I had
think
the Sea
for
Glide.
my mental
unlocked.
health, maybe I should skip to episode 2.
I think I had my Sea Glide literally like 10 to 12 minutes into the game. It's just ridiculous.
Which is an amazing statement considering the first 6 minutes of the intro cutscene.
Well, no, I mean,
This guy.
past that
I
point. you know.
know.
But, man, just so crazy lucky. I had the Seamoth without even leaving the safe shallows. Now, I got risky in the safe shallows. I went over to that wreck over by the Aurora. So definitely, you know, risked a serious smackdown. Now, I didn't know... Well, the first time I played through it, I never took that route. When I went to the Aurora, I took the oh shit, oh shit, oh shit route across the deep area and just prayed that I didn't get munched. And I didn't even realize that the safe shallows went all the way up to the Aurora. And then I finally go and do it, and I had no clue that you could get a Reaper right there. I was cruising around there casually, and then you told me that you had a Reaper pop on you right there. It was like, oh shit, I just got lucky then.
Yeah, it was quite the surprise. I wasn't expecting it in that spot. It wasn't like in the safe shallows, but it was right next to it. So I quickly dove into any kind of rocks I could find. Drove past, I think, like 3 sand sharks and prayed to everything that I would be safe.
Hell yeah. Now, is it true that if you just go across the surface that the Reaper won't come up to you?
I don't know. I mean, if they're low enough to not aggro you, I guess. But I've seen them go to the surface.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I've seen one go above the surface, but I was messing around with fighting them. So,
when do I think Black Build? I think at the earliest it could arrive would be February 14th is my guess. But I think that is not super realistic. I think that's a little aggressive on the guessing. All right, Rect. Appreciate it. Thank you very much for the carry.
yeah, 14 seems very optimistic.
You know, I mean, that's coming from a guy that thought it was going to come in December, so... you know, I was heartbroken. I was all ready to go. I actually timed my last day at work and everything with when I thought that the update was going to be coming.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
And it,
very optimistic.
and the funny thing, or not the funny thing, but the really shitty thing is that... There's Omni. The shitty thing is that I told myself, you know, okay, if I don't quit my job quite yet and go at least until the end of December, then I'll be able to replace my motherboard and processor, and I'll have that extra cash there. And then I don't do it and say to hell with it. In what, 3.5, 4 weeks later, my motherboard and processor burn out. It's like, oh man.